like helping places like Africa and that, like when they're in like don't have money and everything and they die and everything, to help them get back to life. Excellent. And like give them clean water and places to live and education.
We both just feel really strongly about it and we want to make a difference with it really. So we both feel if there's any way we can help, we would like to do it really.
I can't understand how there is still poverty in the world when there's wars, the Iraq war going on. They had enough money for that, but they haven't got enough money to stop the debt.
You want to come to case?
I wish it well and pray that it will cause people to think differently, and particularly governments, because at the end of the day it's got to be done by governments, hasn't it?
What do you think of Make Poverty History?
It's good. It rocks. Very good.
It rocks.
It rocks.
Okay.
It rocks.
I'm not sure that you can really influence politicians.
Right.
I think they make up their mind and it doesn't matter what we say, they will go and do whatever they want to do.
I hope it succeeds. I'm sorry it's been left to Bob Geldof to take such a leading role.
And it's captured people's imagination, and the fact that it's driven not purely by the churches but by trade unions and all sorts of organisations, I think is really good.
So what have you been doing to help Make Poverty History?
Been buying these bands. Yeah.
We signed a special banner which has been decorated around the tower for the week, and I think you've snitched it for the day.
We have.
And it's going to be produced in Christchurch tomorrow, is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Going to its round.
And it's been signed by lots and lots of residents in Kings Langley, and there's a lot more room for a lot more people to add their names today and tomorrow.
If anyone would like to sign the banner, it's here now, and we've got some pens. You can come and join your name to it before we take it down to the Baptist Church. And there's a couple of their congregation that are going to be taking the banner on to Edinburgh for the 2nd of July.
We could have just sat in a pram, you know, Jimmy.
To try and make poverty history, because we think it's about time the world leaders got together and actually for once did something about it. People just want to get the message across how wrong it is for the world really. I think the trains will be packed, the roads will be busy. I think you'll be really surprised when you get there how many people actually have turned up in Edinburgh.
Well, welcome to Edinburgh.
Well, peace for only a fiver.
You look magnificent this morning. Your ears are slightly large. Could you just sort of tell us where you're from?
From Gateshead. Windenook and Gateshead and Tyneside.
Okay. We're particularly interested to know why you're here. What is it that motivates you to be here today?
Probably because we're great supporters in our Church of Fair Trade. And it's an opportunity for ordinary people to come and say we want to be heard. Because one person saying something doesn't have any effect, but the thousands here today will have an effect.
Just we want to make a difference. We want politicians to see that there are millions of people that want to make a difference to the world, and that if they see us, then maybe they'll do something about it.
Well, I feel that the poor in the world need to get a fair deal. And so far they haven't got one, so that's why I'm here today.
It's really great to see everybody from all races, all religions, all cultures. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, we're here for one cause, and that's for justice and for care for our fellow human beings.
At this time of plenty, this time of prosperity, we live in unprecedented prosperity. Why aren't we sharing that fairly with the rest of us on the planet?
For justice in the relationship between the poor world and the rich world, basically. Yeah.
How do you think today will make a difference?
I don't think it will make a difference. I don't think it will make a difference.
You've got to do something. You've got to stand up and be on the right side.
Just like we're too comfy in our own lives, and you see them on TV, and it's easy to turn the TV off, but you want to feel like you are doing something to make a difference, even though it's not on your front doorstep.
If all these children are dying daily, then it's shocking, and we've got to change it completely.
Other people's problems, the poor in Africa, is our problems as well, so we have a duty to do something about it. And I think this is the least we could have done, just to attend here today and hopefully to make a difference.
Well, spending vast amounts more on weapons, and so they can give them to corrupt regimes to wage war against poor people around the world. That's why I've come down here.
We want to give a solid message of solidarity to our own government, which I think is on measures and is doing the right thing. They've got to keep putting pressure on the governments of the world to listen, because we have that responsibility to our successors. We cannot ignore it, otherwise our successors will wonder what the hell we were playing at this time of plenty, this time of prosperity.
I don't think that what they've said so far is nearly enough. I think that while they're prepared to spend money on weapons of mass destruction, the war in Iraq, conflicts across the planet, then we can't really take what they say seriously about ending world poverty. And I think that they've got to stand up and listen.
Once we've got unity, we've got power, and they can't ignore it, you know. They have to listen at one point, and I think every individual here feels that, but collectively we can make a difference.
There's countries where they're having to privatise all the water, which is leading to poor people being unable to afford water. They're giving them water meters in their houses that they have to use the cards in, because before, when they were going to cut off people's water, riots were starting and they were getting driven out, so now they've given cards so they don't have to go in to cut off poor people's water.
And we'd like to ask whether you've got a message that you'd like to give to the leaders of the G8.
I would say for once to stop and look around and listen to what people have to say.
We need to share our riches with the people that don't have it.
Listen to people, stop thinking about your own profits, stop being only concerned about money, and start thinking about how people can live together on a planet. We've enough resources to feed this planet, we've enough resources to educate everybody, get rid of capitalism and get rid of poverty.
Make it real this year. You have a chance and you can make it if you want to. And we will be here to make sure we remind you.